The one thing you need to know, though, when doing these, I've made this mistake. Do not just use tap water.
Great. Thanks, Meghan. Next time I am trying to make a rushed cocktail, at midnight when I come home from work, I'll make sure that I put filtered water in my ice cubes so that they're not cloudy. She thinks that these are sort of like her, she says, oh, you want to take the ordinary and make it extraordinary. It's like, I don't have time to distill water for my ice cubes. Who the hell does? Name me one person, because I can't, unless you're like some sort of freeloading celebrity who married up.
All the jewelry spotted on Meghan Markle in her Netflix cooking show trailer. Her go-to bracelet stack, Cartier Love bangle, 2 tennis bracelets, a cool Lorraine Schwartz Evil Eye diamond bracelet, the precious Cartier Tank Princess watch that belonged to Princess Diana, a Cartier Juste un Clos necklace, the more affordable knot earrings, and a jewelry set by Logan Hollowell, emerald choker and zodiac ring, which
it nearly lost my name. I mean, there's the loss of identity.
I don't think anyone in the world knows that Meghan Markle has eaten Jack in the Box and loves it.
It's so funny, too, that you keep saying Meghan Markle. You know I'm Sussex now. I think you have kids and you go, no, I share my name with my children.
Yes.
And that feels so, I didn't know how meaningful it would be to me, but it just means so much to go, this is our family name.
Let me show you how the Duchess of Sussex made this.
So I like high-low, so Zara.
What?
A princess. And Zara. Ridiculous, I'm so relatable. Loro Piana.
Nice.
Jenny Kane.
Really cute.
Hey everyone! Today, we're diving deep into something that's been all over YouTube, TikTok, and gossip channels lately. Meghan Markle's brand new Netflix cooking show. And let me tell you, this isn't your average let's make a salad type of content. No, this is Meghan Markle we're talking about. Former actress, duchess, and now pretend lifestyle guru. So grab your popcorn, because we're going to break down every fake smile, every designer apron, and every moment that made us all say, wait, what is this even supposed to be? The show is called With Love, Meghan. It's an 8-episode series around 30 minutes each. The vibe? Aesthetic cottage core meets Martha Stewart meets Instagram mom. Meghan invites a few celebrity friends, like Mindy Kaling and Roy Choi, talks about food, family, and feelings, and allegedly cooks. The set? Gorgeous. Rustic kitchen, oversized marble countertops, and fresh herbs in little mason jars. It's like every Pinterest board dream come to life. But then Meghan walks in. Not in an apron, not in sweats. Nope. This is where it gets juicy. Meghan appears in outfits so pristine and glam that they're practically screaming, "I'm not touching raw chicken in this." White silk blouses, expensive jewelry, fresh blowouts, and glowing makeup. She even has custom manicures so long and glossy that you know she's not actually chopping onions off camera. Every episode looks like a Vogue shoot with a splash of pretend domesticity. Now here's the part that viewers keep talking about. Meghan tries really hard to come across as warm, chill, and relatable. But here's the thing. It just feels rehearsed. Too perfect. Too poised. Like when she pauses mid-sentence to look longingly at the camera. Hello, acting school? Or when she fake laughs at her own mildly cute mistake, like forgetting to salt a dish and going, "Oops, guess I'm too into the conversation. Come on, girl." This wouldn't be a proper breakdown without listing the best, worst kitchen moments. In one scene, she tries to peel a potato, but it's clear she has no idea how to hold the peeler. In another, she starts sautéing onions but doesn't even turn the stove on. Seriously, watch the clip. There's a whole segment where she talks about her childhood and food, but the dish she's making is so obviously pre-prepped by someone else. The vibe? Meghan's giving, "I read the recipe, but someone else cooked it for me." Let's pause for a second and talk about the most talked about moment of the entire show. The pretzel scene. So there's this one episode where Meghan decides to go all out and make homemade pretzels. You know, kneading the dough, twisting it into the iconic shape, and sprinkling that fancy flaky sea salt like she's some seasoned Bavarian baker. Except, plot twist. She acts like it's the hardest thing she's ever done. Like she literally stares into the camera with this ultra-serious expression and says something like, "There's just something so grounding about hand-twisting a pretzel. It really connects you to the process, to the land, to the people." Girl, it's a pretzel, not peace talks at the UN. And of course, it doesn't end there. She holds up this wonky little twisted lump and beams like she just created a work of art. Then there's this moment where the chef next to her, bless him, tries to gently correct her technique, and she just smiles that tight, "I'm still in control" smile, totally ignoring the help. TikTok went wild with this part. People clipped it with captions like, "When your rich friend discovers carbs for the first time," or POV, "You pretend to struggle for relatability points." Even more ironic? That pretzel wasn't even baked on camera. Yep, cut to commercial, and boom! Perfect golden pretzels magically appear out of nowhere. Magic or Meghan? Let's keep this party going. Okay, brace yourself for the lemon zest moment. Yes, a moment so deeply reflective and unnecessary, it deserves its own movie score. So Meghan's zesting a lemon. Basic stuff, right? But leave it to our Duchess to turn it into a full spiritual journey. She suddenly pauses mid-zest, looks at the camera like she's about to drop a TED Talk, and says, "I just love how zest reminds me of the layers we all have. You know, the outside might seem tough, but inside there's brightness, there's vibrance, there's light." Girl, it's a lemon. It's not a metaphor for trauma. She literally holds the microplane up like it's a magic wand and breathes in like she just discovered inner peace. Cue the soft piano music and slow-mo shot of the zest falling on the salad like golden confetti. You can't make this stuff up. Viewers instantly memed it as, "When your therapist cancels, so you start reading meaning into citrus." Now let's talk about the bowl saga. In almost every episode, Meghan takes a moment, sometimes mid-cooking, sometimes while stirring something that's obviously cold, to talk about a bowl. Not the food, the actual ceramic bowl. And it goes like, "This bowl actually reminds me of one I saw in my mother's kitchen. The shape, the curves, the feeling, it holds such memory." Meanwhile, the bowl, fresh, factory-made, probably from Anthropologie's new collection. We're talking mint green glaze with gold trim. Definitely not something passed down through generations. It happens so often, fans on Reddit started a thread called Bowl Watch 2025, tracking every bowl she fetishizes. And the wild part? In one episode, she literally interrupts a guest mid-sentence to say, "Oh wait, I forgot to mention this bowl. It's my favorite." Like, girl, we get it. You like aesthetics, but we're trying to follow a recipe here. And again, all these moments, the lemon enlightenment, the pretzel meltdown, the vintage bowl poetry, come back to the same thing. It's not about food. It's not even about connection. It's about presentation. Meghan wants to craft a persona, Part earth goddess, part mindful mom, part kitchen fairy. But it all feels like a performance for the camera. All right? This one had me absolutely speechless. So Meghan is in the middle of frosting a vanilla layer cake. Everything's very ethereal. White linen curtains blowing in the breeze, soft indie music in the background, cake stand made of reclaimed wood. You get the picture. And then out of nowhere, while smoothing the icing, she drops a line like, "There's something therapeutic about frosting. It reminds me of when I needed to create calm during the chaos of my time. You know, in the UK, ma'am. You're holding a spatula, not delivering a Netflix true crime confessional." It's the way she says it, too, with that signature Meghan whisper tone, like she's reading from a journal that's about to win a Pulitzer. And the wildest part? She never finishes frosting the cake. It just fades to a B-roll shot of a perfectly finished one magically appearing on the table. No crumbs, no mess, just Meghan magic. Here's something no one prepared us for: the direct eye contact moments. There are these random cuts where Meghan just stares at the camera. No talking, no cooking. Just a meaningful pause, like she's expecting us to decode some spiritual message from her eyes. Sometimes she tilts her head. Sometimes she smiles slightly. Sometimes she does that nod that says, "You feel that too, right?" It's giving. Influencer who read one Brené Brown book. College theater major who finally got her solo. Or that one friend who microdoses and tells you the kitchen table has a soul. People online started calling it the Markle gaze, and honestly, they're not wrong. The sacred bread moment. Oh, this one's a fan favorite. So Meghan and a guest are preparing a loaf of bread, something artisanal, naturally. Maybe sourdough. The guest is talking about their cultural connection to bread, family memories, all beautiful stuff. And then Meghan, dead serious, says, "I usually don't eat gluten, but I believe this bread has soul." The bread has soul? Girl, you literally just told Goop last year that wheat makes you foggy. Now you're channeling the spirit of ancient grains? She tears the bread so delicately, like it's communion, and closes her eyes while chewing it like she's tasting the universe. Like she just unlocked a new chakra. Someone clipped that scene with Enya music behind it and captioned it, "Meghan Markle eats carbs, a spiritual awakening." One thing people really noticed is how contradictory Meghan seems. She talks about minimalism and simplicity, yet everything about the show is overproduced and luxury-packed. She claims to want to connect with regular people, but she's serving charcuterie boards with $100 truffle oil, and don't even get us started on the fact she keeps referencing her humble beginnings while wearing Cartier. And this pretzel fiasco, it's a perfect example of the biggest contradiction in the entire show. Meghan wants to come off as authentic and approachable, but the whole thing feels hyper-curated. She talks about mindfulness and grounding, yet the scene is perfectly lit, perfectly edited, and probably took 17 takes. It's the kind of real that's actually reality TV real, which is to say not real at all. Internet reacts, aka the roast begins. The internet did not hold back. YouTubers are making reaction videos titled "Meghan Markle, Queen of Pretend Cooking." On TikTok, someone stitched her kitchen scenes with Gordon Ramsay clips and the caption, "He would have cried." Reddit has entire threads analyzing her hand gestures, fake enthusiasm, and suspiciously spotless countertops. Let's just say, this show has become more of a meme than a moment. All these moments, the pretzel philosophy, the lemon zest monologue, the sacred bread sacrament, they've become gold for the internet. YouTubers are doing full reaction videos. TikTok creators are duetting the show like it's a comedy sketch. Reddit threads are tracking every moment she forgets how to hold a knife. One TikToker made a full parody video called "With Love Megs," where they recreate the entire show using store-bought muffins and a ring light. And honestly, it's disturbingly accurate. Even non-fans are tuning in just to watch the chaos unfold. A cooking show or image rehab. Now, let's talk intentions. Is Meghan trying to become the next Martha Stewart, Gwyneth Paltrow, or is this just a soft PR rebrand wrapped in gluten-free banana bread? Honestly, it feels like she's using the kitchen to cook up a new public image. Relatable, nurturing, domestic. But most viewers, they're seeing right through it. So at this point, we have to ask, what is this show really about? Cooking? Healing? Luxury lifestyle content with a side of sourdough? Or is this Meghan's way of reclaiming her narrative, one symbolic lemon zest at a time? The copycat accusations. Yup, this deserves its own section. People are saying this show is a direct copy of Pamela Anderson's low-key, natural-feeling cooking series. Except Meghan's version feels curated, staged, branded. Even the intro music is suspiciously similar. What was this even about? Meghan's real agenda? Okay, so now that we've sifted through every lemon zest sermon, every sacred carb bite, and every oddly intimate stare into the camera, let's zoom out for a second. What even was this show? Was it a cooking show? Was it a lifestyle series? Kind of. Was it a 4-hour-long personal rebrand with carefully lit salads and emotional sound bites? Bingo. This show isn't about the food. It's about image rehabilitation. Meghan doesn't want to be seen as the royal rebel anymore. She wants to be your relatable, healing, wholesome kitchen bestie. But the problem is, she's trying too hard, too scripted, too stylized, too Instagrammed. She wants to be Martha, Gwyneth, and Michelle Obama, all in one. But instead of feeling authentic, it feels like performance art with overpriced sea salt. And the viewers? We see that. And that's why it backfires. Real, fake, or just Meghan being Meghan. So, after 8 episodes of perfect lighting, suspicious cooking, and more monologues than meals, what do we have? A show that looks good, but feels empty. Like Meghan wanted to be part Martha, part Oprah, part influencer, and ended up being none. She's charming, sure, but in that polished, PR-managed kind of way. And the show? More about showing off than showing how to cook. All right, for those of you who skipped the show, bless your soul, here are the top 10 most delightfully cringe moments from With Love, Meghan. 10. The way she forgets how to turn on the stove. 9. That one time she pronounced quinoa like it was French perfume. 8. Getting emotional over a ceramic bowl from West Elm. 7. Whisper talking about healing while zesting a lemon. 6. Trying to peel a potato like she's holding a live grenade. 5. The moment she declared bread has soul. 4. Frosting a cake while trauma dumping her royal past. 3. Her deep existential connection to pretzel dough. 2. Staring into the camera for 12 full seconds without blinking. And number 1. The time she interrupted a guest mid-sentence to monologue about salt crystals being, like people, beautiful, flawed, and essential. Yes, that really happened. Look, at the end of the day, Meghan Markle is smart. She's media trained. She knows how to turn a narrative into a brand. But the thing about authenticity is, you can't fake it. You can't wear a $500 blouse, stand in a farmhouse kitchen that was built last month by Netflix, and tell us you're just a girl who loves pickling. Because we know that girl. She's wearing pajamas, eating cheese out of a bag, and watching this show ironically. So Meghan, if you're listening, next time, lose the script, burn the PR handbook, and maybe actually cook something. All right, fam, your turn. What was your favorite "what is she doing" moment from the show? Drop it in the comments. I want the juiciest takes. If this video made you laugh, cringe, or side-eye a lemon, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on the bell so you never miss more unfiltered breakdowns like this one. And hey, if Meghan drops a season 2, you know we'll be here with the popcorn. Until next time, stay salty, stay skeptical, and stay out of overpriced kitchens.